I'm Jen, founder of Real Health, and I'm a big dream chaser. But I started out in a very, very different place. Maybe you're like me. I purchased the university lottery ticket where we followed the sage advice to go to school, work hard for our grades, and land the career job, at which point there were lots of bright and shiny possibilities: houses, vacations, one-day marriage. The cost of this lottery ticket was simple. It was adult bills, working long hours in a very male-dominated world in an attempt to move up the corporate ladder, and an environment that was riddled with egos and office politics. Well, that became normal. And one year, I booked a vacation to Mexico, and while I was there, I picked up the phone to call my boss to let him know that I'd be staying a week longer than expected. And that's when I heard it. This little popping noise. My boss frankly told me that if they were busy, staying wouldn't be an option. And then I heard it again. Another pop. Have you heard this same popping noise? It's a college graduate's blissfully naive expectations bursting like balloons rising in altitude. And as they continued to burst, I began to see a very different picture of my life. While I loved my career, I realized that I didn't have the time to do all of the things that I was most excited about. I was exhausted and sick a lot. I had gained a fair amount of weight, and my finances were really out of whack. And if you're like me, have you ever looked back on your life and wondered, what the heck happened? How did I get here? And if you did what I did, what maybe most of the world has told us to do, you probably felt a little hopeless because you held it all in, hoping, just hoping that things would get better. I mean, here I wasn't even 30 yet, and I was mentally broken, I was financially bankrupt, and I was incredibly depressed. Just 5 years after starting my career, I walked into my boss's office for my annual review in desperate need of at least the cost of living raise, but instead, the company was downsizing due to the declining market, and I walked out with my pink slip. No raise and no job. In truth, all I really wanted was to feel healthy and energetic again, to have the time and financial flexibility to be with friends and family, to say yes more often to the things that I was most passionate about, and to have more money at the end of the month than the other way around. Well, a couple years earlier, I had started looking for another way, a plan B. I had heard about creating multiple streams of income with something called residual income. And I was recalling a job I had had in college where I was earning 40 hours worth of income in as little as 20 hours by leveraging my skills. So I began to wonder if there was another way, maybe a better way. It was about this time that I was introduced to a company called USANA Health Sciences. Now, I couldn't deny the quality of the products that my declining health and energy levels sorely needed, and the business model just made sense to me as a math person. The costs were really low when you consider what it takes to usually start a business, and they were products I wanted anyway. Plus, this was something I could do part-time, just a few hours a week while working my full-time gig. By listening to my mentors and mimicking the things successful people in this business were already doing, I started earning paychecks right away. And not only did I earn a little bit of money that first year, I saved thousands just by taking advantage of legitimate tax benefits only available to business owners. It was so awesome. But have you ever felt what it's like to go against the grain? Done anything against the grain and felt the repercussions? People were shocked. Some of them still are, and often reacted quite negatively that I had invested time and money into a career that I was leaving behind. I felt guilty because I had thought I was letting people down. But I knew I had found a community that would help me achieve the things I was most passionate about, actually working together for a bigger purpose. Now, financially, I was still a work in progress, but I recognized this was an industry and a company that gave me a way to earn money on a part-time basis by leveraging my time doing the things I was already doing. Now there's no ceiling on my earning potential, and I have the time flexibility to do the things I love most. It has been a journey, a wild ride, and I can honestly say that I have found numerous ways not to operate a business coming from an employee mindset and mentality, and yet I have found that being in the driver's seat of my life, in charge of my schedule, is so incredible. Now, think back to the beginning of this video on that one thing you want to change most in the next year. It is one of my greatest desires that my mess and my experiences just might help others. Perhaps you receive what you want most. As Les Brown says, there is greatness in all of us. So if you're ready, if you're really ready to change your stars, come with me. Click on this link below and email me. Contact me. There is no time like the present to have the best health, to create an abundant money story, to build a backup plan, or maybe find a lost dream. I'd love to partner with you. I'd love to work with you. Love to help you make it happen today.